All right, all right, all right. We are officially now live and underway with week 8. Crazy thing that the season's pretty much already halfway through for fantasy football.
It's flying by.
All right, so two little side notes before we get the ball rolling tonight. Um, First and foremost, moment of silence for Chris Godwin.
hmm
That was a tough injury. He just came back from an injury that's like almost that same exact injury. And when
Yep.
he was on the cart, he literally said to the trainer, "Back to work." And that crushed me when I saw that.
Yep. Brutal injury.
Yeah, that that stinks.
Yeah, that was tough to watch.
It was really tough to watch, and they literally said like, "Oh, we're not gonna show the replay," which just like you like the last time there was an injury and they didn't show the replay at least once was the
hmm
the Nick Chubb injury, and
Yep.
like you know how bad that one was. Like they showed
Yeah,
Tua's
that was.
concussion twice. Like
I know. I can't believe they kept showing that.
yeah, it's like so when they don't show the replay, you know it's bad.
Oh yeah.
All right.
But you could also tell because he was just like crawling, and you just see like his leg like limp on the side.
Yeah, I literally like, oh my god, he broke his leg, and then all that
Yep.
happened. Oh, it was tough. Second
Oh yeah.
side note, little off topic, but did you hear WWE reached out to Brock Lesnar?
Really? They might bring him back.
Maybe for like a Rumble appearance.
That'd be sick.
That would be really cool. But
That'd be so
yeah,
sick.
absolutely. All right, enough of the pleasantries. Let's get into it. Let's talk about a couple games we want to highlight. I'll start first with the first game that happened on Sunday, the London game with the Patriots and Jaguars. Um, this game took a huge nosedive after the first quarter. Like Drake May came out, things looked good. Ball was moving. They scored a touchdown. Then Jaguars come out. I'm pretty sure they're 3-out, and then the Patriots drive down the field, get a field goal, and then second quarter, it's like, where'd the team go? What happened? So like that was just a really weird situation. Drake May, for what it's worth, had an okay day. 276 passing on 26 for 37, 2 touchdowns. Once again, the running game just is not there, which is really weird.
hmm
Ramondre only 7 for 18, and Gibby was 3 for 4. Like,
Yep.
but receiving, some people had some good days. Like Hunter Henry was 8 for 92. JaMychal Hasty was 5 for 49 with a touchdown. If you played him in like a DFS lineup, sneaky good
hmm
day. Um,
Yep.
and then Austin Hooper rallied 4 for 32. KJ Osborne, he did not look good, but he did get a touchdown. And then
hmm
pretty much everyone else was non-existent. The real weird thing was Pop Douglas had 2 catches for 14 yards on the very first drive of the game, and then he
hmm
disappeared. I don't even know if he came back out at halftime. He quote unquote had an illness, which is
Yep.
really weird. But I don't know. We'll see what
Yeah.
happens there. But I mean, then we're gonna talk about the Jaguars side. I mean, Trevor Lawrence didn't really do much because he didn't have to. He had 193 passing yards and a touchdown. The big talker is Tank Bigsby, 26 carries, buck 18 and 2 touchdowns. Um, and then Brian Thomas, who had 5 for 89 and a touchdown. A beautiful catch off a 50-yard pass. Evan Ingram, 5 for 35. Dennis Johnson, 3 for 32. But that pretty much was it because they just ran the ball the whole second half and just
hmm
ended the game before you knew it. Ugly
hmm
game to watch, but some interesting things. It's like I don't think this is gonna get the Jags going. I think it was a one kind of like a get right one off game for them.
Yep.
Patriots, it's really weird because they looked great in the first quarter
Yeah.
and then
Well,
non-existent the rest of the game.
well, they should have just kept throwing the ball. They said it. The run wasn't working, and they kept going to it. They should have
Yeah,
let Drake May sling it. It was working.
yeah. Honestly, uh they need to get Kendrick Bourne more involved. Have Kendrick
hmm
Bourne and Pop Douglas and like double cross routes across the middle of the field. I think
Yep.
that's like, and then if not, having like Hunter Henry seam up the middle. Like, I think that
Hmm.
should be their offense. I feel like they could get 20, 25 points a game if they just do that. Granted, the other team might score 45, but, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I think that should be their offensive play style.
yeah. Our defense is not. Our defense hasn't been great.
It's weird because they're supposed to be like a top 15 defense going into the season, but
Yeah,
they've just been non existent.
they do have some injuries, but like they
Yeah.
should definitely be better than what they are.
No, absolutely. No, you're 100% correct. Because, yeah, I would say three of our top five defensive players are hurt and not playing right now.
Hmm.
Pretty much with season ending injuries, but still, it's just like, I don't know.
Yeah, it's tough to watch.
Yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much the highlight of the first game I wanted to talk about. Let's hear your first game, Tony.
The first game is the Detroit Lions versus the Minnesota Vikings. This game started off hot for the Vikings. They had a 34-yard touchdown run by Aaron Jones, and they also had a 57-yard field goal by Will Richard. So they started off 10-0. And then Detroit, with three straight scores, went on a 21-0 run with a Gibby 45-yard touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown had a 35-yard touchdown as well, and then Gibbs scored again. So Vikings struck first. Detroit really laid the hammer down. They went up 21-10. Going into the third quarter, Justin Jefferson struck from had a 25-yard touchdown. And then after that, Detroit struck right back. Khalif Raymond had a touchdown from Jared Goff. And then the fourth quarter was just a couple field goals from Minnesota, a fumble touchdown from the Vikings D, and then a game-winning field goal with 15 seconds left by Detroit. Let's go into the actual nitty-gritty of the
What
statistics.
Before you go into the stats,
Okay.
question: 12,
Yeah.
14 man league. Khalif Raymond, is he worth the pickup?
Oh, with no JMO for 2 games, he might be, honestly. Yeah, 14 man. Yeah,
All right, all
because he
right.
can plug and play. If someone gets hurt, plug and play. Yeah.
I just had to ask because he kind of has been getting some more and more snaps over the last few weeks.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah, I picked up what's his name? I picked up Tyler Boyd right after the Hopkins injury, the Hopkins trade. Sorry,
Yeah.
because he's been getting more looks than Calvin Ridley, so maybe he'll be okay.
Yeah, I was thinking about that, but I ended up holding off just because I'm Titans, Browns. You know, the two teams I just don't want to touch this season in fantasy. But I
Oh,
I
that's fair.
I'm not against you picking up Tyler Boyd. You know, someone's got to catch the ball.
Yeah, I mean Will Levis is Will Levis,
Yeah,
so
Mason Rudolph is Mason Rudolph.
that too. All right, so let's go into the nitty gritty of the stats. Jared Goff went 20. Another efficient day. He went 22 for 25, 280 yards and 2 touchdowns. Jameer Gibbs led the day. He had 15 carries, 116 yards, and 2 touchdowns. And David Montgomery only went 9 carries for 31. It was definitely a Jameer Gibbs day. Amon-Ra St. Brown led the receiving. He had 8 for 112 and a score. And then Jameer Gibbs was second for 4 catches and 44 yards. And then Demont and 3 for 39. And then Khalif Raymond also went 3 for 39. What stunned me is I would expect Laporta to do more than he's doing. He only had a 25-yard catch. I still think he's going to pick it up, but he's had a little bit of a slower start.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
Mm.
Laporta. It's like so. My thing is that I feel Laporta as kind of like Mark Andrews.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like he's gonna strike, but I don't think it's gonna. I don't think he's gonna be a juggernaut. You know what I mean?
That's fair. That's a fair take.
That's pretty much my POV for him.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. We'll see.
Oh yeah, that's a fair take. So for the Viking side of the ball, we had Sam Darnold who went 22 for 27, 259, a touchdown and a pick. Aaron Jones led the big return for the Vikings. Aaron Jones led the way with 14 for 93 and a touchdown. And then no, Sam Darnold was the second leading rusher who had 39 rushing yards, 4 carries. The leading receiver for the Vikings is by no surprise to anyone, Justin Jefferson, who went 7 for 81 and a touchdown. And Jalen Naylor went 4 for 76. And right behind him is Jordan Addison, who went 3 for 66. Yeah, this was just a fun game to watch, a lot of action, and
Oh yeah.
Detroit got it done. I think Detroit might be the best team right now. They're just firing on all cylinders.
No, absolutely. And like, I mean, just think of it like Demont went down and they didn't lose a step. You know what I mean? Like,
Mm-hmm.
they're a
Yeah.
perennial target, quote, like, quote unquote target. I mean, I know he's a running back, but like, I should say perennial option to touch the ball and everything.
Mm-hmm.
It's like he goes down, they don't miss a beat, and that's honestly part of the reason why I decided to go get Jared Goff in fantasy, because it's like I know he started off pretty slow, but I feel like that whole team did. Now that they've after like a month plus in, they've really like gotten better. Um,
Mm-hmm.
it's just like you could get like Jared Goff. You know you're gonna get at least 20 points out of him.
Yeah,
You
he's
just
solid.
you just gotta hope the rest of your team does what they do. And you know my style of fantasy. You bet we've been in this playing in the same league pretty much for at least 12 years together. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So it's like how I draft, and Jared Goff was like this guy just fits the mold. Like last year, I was
Mm-hmm.
like, I need something guy who can guarantee me 20 fantasy points. That was Sam Howell. If he didn't
Mm-hmm.
throw 6 interceptions a game, he would have probably averaged 30 for me. But like
Yeah.
that's why I thought like Jared Goff is just such like a sneaky good option in fantasy this year.
Oh yeah, he's been great. He's in a good system too.
Oh, absolutely. Um, but yeah, I really don't have anything else to add on top of that game for you. Do you have anything else?
No, that's definitely it for me as
All
well.
right, perfect. All right, so I'm gonna go on to my second game. It was the Chiefs, the Niners.
Mm-hmm.
Um, this game I feel like kind of fell flat. I watched a good chunk of it. This game did not hype up to what it was, primarily because the Niners are not the Niners right now.
Yeah.
But Mahomes had a pretty bad day, and my webcam froze. Let me get that fixed while I talk. Um, but yeah, so I mean, he had 154 passing yards at 16 for 27. He did throw 2 interceptions. Um, he but the one play that he was getting some praise for, which ticks me off to no end, is that he took advantage of the rule book like in a smug way. He knew if he made it look like he was running out of bounds, they were gonna ease up, and then he bolted down the sideline. It's
Mm-hmm.
just like, honestly, dude, I hope the next time he does that, someone goes to like act like they're easing up, and then he goes to go up the sideline, and then someone just hits him with a clothesline from hell like JBL.
Yeah,
It's
there's got to be a rule for that. Like,
yeah,
yeah, you fake go out of bounds and like
yeah. He like
it's like flopping in the NBA essentially.
yeah, exactly. It's just like it's so hard to like you can't throw a flag on that, but like there's got to
Mm-hmm.
be something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like like a dead ball flag, just be like that. I'm not gonna try and go into anything, but like like 10-second runoff or
Yeah.
um or like oh you like whatever yardage you gain half the distance back. And it's just
Mm-hmm.
like there's got to be something, but I'm not gonna
Mm-hmm.
speculate into like what it should be.
Yeah.
But running wise, Kareem Hunt had a pretty damn good day. He had 78 rushing yards and 2 touchdowns. Macaulay Hardman had 2 rushes, 38 yards, and a rushing touchdown as well. Carson Steele, Mr. Buzzy Boy 4 weeks ago. He's not doing much. Surprisingly enough, their leading receiver was Noah Gray. 4 catches for 66 yards. Travis Kelsey also had 4 catches, but only 17 yards.
Mm-hmm.
The only other person close to Noah Gray was Samaje Perine, who had a 22-yard catch. Yeah, Chiefs offense needed a new weapon. They got D Hop. Let's see how quick he can get into that fold. Let's see how well he does. I'm going to
Yeah.
be honest with you. I don't think it's going to work well.
I think it'll be better than what they're doing. Like
Yeah,
Mahomes only
it'll be
six
better than what they're
touchdowns.
doing. It's just like, so think of it. Remember when the Patriots had Chad Ochocinco, and
Yeah,
that was bad. He had 700 receiving yards that season.
did he really?
Yeah, I think it was like 648 to be exact. But
Oh wow.
like if you like if I didn't say that, you would have been like, what? He had like 200 yards on the year. No,
Yeah.
like he actually had like 600, 700 receiving yards. I think it's gonna be something like that. You know, he's gonna be productive, but like it's
Hmm.
gonna be like wow, he had that production. Like I think it's gonna be one of those. I don't think he's gonna like what Amari Cooper did with Buffalo. I don't think he's gonna like strike and like have it all be amazing.
Yeah, D Hop's 32. That's old for a receiver.
Yeah, absolutely. Uh, then going on to the Niners side, this was even uglier. Brock Purdy had 212 passing, had 3 picks, but he did rush the ball for 27 yards and did score on 2 runs. Jordan Mason was 14 for 58. Not that good for a bell cow back.
Hmm.
You had Kittle, who had 6 catches for 92 yards, but I'm pretty sure he hurt his ankle in that game. Um,
They're all hurt. Jeez.
yeah, and then listen to their. I mean, Ayuk, who's done for the year, but listen to the next three next 3 guys that caught the ball: Jacob Cowing, Ricky Pearsall, and Ronnie Bell. I
Damn.
mean, Ricky Pearsall has potential. I think he was a first round draft pick.
Yeah, he
Um,
was.
but Jacob Cowing and Ronnie Bell, if those are your other receivers, like yikes. I
It's the Patriots.
Yeah, they got better hope Christian McCaffrey comes back, and they're gonna probably have to run like double running back or have Juice Check might be a sneaky good pickup. I think he
Yeah.
might have to get way more involved in the play in the game.
Yeah.
Isaac Garendo is probably gonna have to do more as well because they just don't have any receivers.
Kyle Shanahan, I think, is cursed.
No,
I think he's just cursed.
he is.
Yeah. Ever since 28-3, he was the offensive coordinator for the Falcons. He's been cursed ever since.
No, I agree with you on that one.
Yep.
But this was another like underwhelming game. Also, Debo Samuel. Apparently, he went out in the field for 4 plays, and then he didn't do anything. To be honest, I didn't see him. I watched the first half. I didn't see him on the field once. Yes, I
Hmm.
get it. He has pneumonia. He quote unquote got hospitalized. He went to the doctors because he had pneumonia, and he had
Yep.
fluid in his lungs. They got the fluid out and said you're good to go home. Like
Hmm.
it's yes, it's like NFL players, superstars, larger than life. They went to the hospital. It's like this like taboo thing. No, if you walk down the street, I can guarantee there's at least like 5 people that you walk by that have done the same exact thing. It's like
Yeah.
it sucks. I'm glad. I hope he's okay. I'm glad he got released from the hospital.
Hmm.
But I'm gonna be honest, dude. If you have pneumonia, why did you even suit up?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's
Like,
true.
I get it. It's not all about fantasy, but like, why did you just don't go to the stadium? You have pneumonia. Stay home.
Yep.
Like, let the fantasy owners know at like 1 o'clock that you're not playing, so they can put someone else in the lineup. It's
Yeah,
like
the Niners have been doing that. They did that when they definitely knew about the McCaffrey injury the whole time, and they just hit it.
Jordan Mason said he knew Friday, and they played Monday night. It's you
Yeah,
know what I mean?
they screwed over McCaffrey owners for sure.
No,
No
that
doubt.
yeah, and then they absolutely middle fingered Debo owners this past weekend.
Yep.
Like I'm fortunate I still won because my
Yeah.
opponent had JMO and Devonta Smith who combined for point 0.4. So my Pop Douglas 2.4 was better than both of his receivers. But like, dude,
Yeah.
if I lost because of that Debo thing, I would have been so salty.
Yep.
But
Wouldn't. Have, yep. Wouldn't be good.
no, I would have had a much worse rant right there. But
Yeah.
that's pretty much all I have for that game. Do you have anything else you want to add on?
No, I think that's everything for that game.
All right, perfect. All right, let's pivot forward to our 2 studs and 1 dud. I put mine in.
Do I have one more game to do? Or
Um,
you want to just move on? I'm cool either way.
oh, I'm sorry. I thought you already did your second game.
Nope, it's all good.
No, you can go.
Um,
Backtrack. Tony has a second
all
game.
right.
I kind of got caught out. I kind of went on a rant with Debo. I forgot. Tony, talk
No
about your
worries.
second game.
All right, so my second game is the Monday night game between the Ravens and the Buccaneers. So this game started off quick for Tampa. They had a 20. The first touchdown of the game was a 25-yard touchdown from Mike Evans. Baker Mayfield threw it to him, and a Chase McLaughlin 23-yard field goal. At first, Baltimore really couldn't do anything, and then boy, they really turned it on. The next play was a Mark Andrews touchdown pass. He's been coming alive this season. Baltimore went on a 17. They went on a oh my god, they went on a 34-0 run. Holy
Yeah,
crap!
they did. They really
Um,
did.
Yep, Justin Hill had a touchdown. Tucker had a 28-yard couple field goals. Then Bateman struck from 49. Then Andrews caught another one. And then it was Rashad White stopped the bleeding. It was 34-18. And then we saw that big run from Derrick Henry. Whew, he put this team away.
That man still
And
got it. We were wrong. We were
he's
wrong.
he still got it.
I'll
And
admit
he
it.
got a 13.
We were wrong.
Yep, he got a 13-yard reception from Lamar Jackson. And then Bucky Irvin had a 1-yard one, and Rashad White had a 23-yard pass. And it unfortunately ended with Godwin having a season-ending injury to end the game. Um, yeah, unfortunately, Evans is hurt till week 12, and Godwin's definitely done for the year. Um, question: did Lamar Jackson get a 40? He had 5 touchdowns.
He did
Did
not.
he didn't?
I
Boy,
was looking. I'll get the exact amount, but I was looking. I was like, I think Lamar might 40 burger, but he did
mm-hmm.
not. He ended the night with 37.25.
Yeah.
So
I'm also, yeah, I'm also salty because I had a parlay. I had a anytime Mike Evans, anytime Derrick Henry, and then I had anytime Marvin Harrison, and Marvin Harrison blew it for me. He stinks. It's crazy that he hasn't been that good. Other than like he had a good half against the Rams, and that's been it.
yeah. So my thing with Marv is I don't think he stinks. I just think he's in the wrong offense, wrong team. Like
Yeah, but he should get more than I don't know. He should have more than I think he had like 20 or 30 yards. He
Kyler
probably
just
get
can't
more.
literally. Kyler just can't see him. Like
I
not to make
mean,
a small joke, he literally just can't see him.
I know, but D Hop performed in that offense. You know, like D Hop was definitely good.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. I think if Marv went to the what went one pick sooner or later, wherever the Chargers were, we'd be having a whole different conversation about Marv.
Yeah, that's probably true. Herbert would be feeding him.
Yeah. Um. But yeah, that stinks about that lay not hitting.
Yeah, it's all right. I'm over
But
it.
all right. Got anything else on that game?
No, I think that's everything.
All right, sweet. All right, so like I said a minute ago, now we're getting to it. Let's talk about our two studs and our one dud.
All right.
Let me start with my studs first. I gotta go Jameer Gibbs. That guy
Mm-hmm.
cooked. He, like what Tony said, 15 carries, buck 16, 2 rushing touchdowns. He also had 4 catches for 44 yards. Absolute baller of a day. Got to big. He's got to be the offensive stud for me.
Yeah.
And the other stud I have is I don't know how he landed on my team, but Austin Seibert, 17 fantasy points.
Mm-hmm.
He has been such a great kicker so far in the season. I really hope. I think he's a rookie actually, if not like a second year guy. I hope he continues.
Mm-hmm.
I think he could be a really good kicker for the
Oh
the
yeah.
foreseeable future.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh yeah.
but yeah, those are my two studs. Who are your two studs?
My first stud is Joe Mixon. He had 25 rushings for 115 rush yards and 2 rushing touchdowns and 2 receptions for 9 yards. He absolutely carried Houston. I'm pretty sure CJ Stroud had under 100 yards, and he's the only reason it was even a close game against the Packers. So
Yeah.
he's my stud. My other stud is the Los Angeles Rams defense. They had 2 sacks, 3 picks, a fumble recovery touchdown, and they only allowed 15 points. So those are my two studs.
How many fantasy
Um,
points did Rams D have?
18.
That's actually really good.
Yep. And my dud was a very flat debut. It's Devonte Adams. I thought he was gonna. I thought it was gonna be. I thought he was gonna have a great game, and he didn't.
Everyone did.
Yeah, he had 3 catches for 30 yards. I don't know if Rogers has it anymore. They're saying he's just old. Like people expected him to be.
Well,
like
his
Thomas,
ankle
like
did get rolled up really bad in London.
Oh, okay.
So it's kind of a forgettable thing because it happened right before the half.
Yeah.
But his ankle, or it was like right at the end of the game, but his ankle did get rolled up on. You do see shades like over the past couple weeks since they come back from London. He does have shades where he is like, oh yeah, that's Aaron Rodgers. But you also saw moments you're like, what is that Rodgers? So it's
Yep.
But yeah, no, I mean that first pass when he just like missed Dev to start the game, I was like, ooh, this might not be the Devontae show that we all thought it was going to be.
Yep.
So, no, that's fair. My dud, I wrote was Debo Samuel because he had the coughs.
Yep.
So it's just like, dude, you had pneumonia. It's not like you have the common cold and you're trying to fight through it. Just stay home and just be like, I got pneumonia. I physically am unable to play, and just sit out the week. Don't like that. That just still that grinds my gears. I had to give him the dud because of that.
That's fair.
I wouldn't have called him a dud if he just didn't play. Like he suited up, apparently played 4 snaps, and then just couldn't do anything. It's just like, just don't. Just if you want to be at the game, fine, but be in sweats, be in street clothes on the sideline. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I'd agree. With that.
What a dud! What a dud week out of Debo. But he did post on Instagram some like with the Ayuk season-ending injury news. He did say like, "I got you," like or like the rest of the season is for you, bro, type thing. So he could be a stud next week for all we know. So, but that's my dud. All right. We're starting a little speed up forward into the week that we're about to have. Let's talk about our bold prediction of the week. My bold prediction, I think you might be a big fan of, Tony. My bold prediction is Kyler Murray 40 burger against the Dolphins this week.
Oh, I was deciding between him or Tua because
I'd also, speaking of Tua, how about him choosing not to wear the Guardian cap?
I mean, I don't know how much of a difference that makes. Getting hit in the head by a linebacker and is getting hit with the head by a linebacker.
No,
I don't know how much.
That is true, but like, bro, wear the Guardian cap. That's all I'm gonna say, but whatever. But yeah, my bold prediction is I think Kyler has a 40 burger in fantasy this week.
That'd be really fun.
It would, yeah. What is your bold prediction?
My bold prediction is I think Jordan Love has 4 passing touchdowns against the Jags. I think he goes off.
Yeah, they might. They kind of fell flat and lost against Houston. They might come.
No, they won.
You're right. Game-winning field goal.
Yeah,
you're right.
They barely won.
Yeah, I mean they should have lost. So I think they might be a little ticked off. So that that's a really good bold prediction.
Yeah, that's plus 650.
Oh wow.
Yep.
All right. Speaking of plus 650, let's talk about our bets of the week and our parlays. So last week, we finally got into the positives, and we had some good bets. Our bet of the weeks both hit, but neither of our parlays hit. So our bankroll went from $4.74 to $4.07. We lost a little bit, but we stayed afloat. We're still in the positive. I'm excited though because this week we're going to skyrocket with some money.
I
My
really like my parlay.
Yeah, I'm really liking my parlay and my bet of the week. Speaking of bet of the week, my bet of the week is for tomorrow night. Kyron Williams anytime touchdown minus 200. I know that's not that great, but he's gonna score. It's Kyron's definitely gonna score. The Lions exposed the Vikings run D a little bit last week, and if there's any coach and quarterback duo that's going to be able to capitalize that exposure, it is Sean McVay and Matt Stafford.
Yep. My bet of the week is it's only minus 110. It's Javonte Williams anytime touchdown. They're playing Carolina. Um, I think he's gonna keep his hot streak going because he had a good week there last week. If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, no, he had a really good week last week. That is
Yep.
also a really good bet of the week. I like that because he kind of proved that he's definitely the top back in Denver. So they should
Yeah.
definitely keep riding with it instead of trying to do that four running back committee that they've been doing. Like,
Yeah.
just cut out the fourth guy, cut out the third guy pretty much completely. Give most of those snaps to Javante. Just let him run. And I think
hmm
they'll be happy with it.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I think that's the play.
All right. So yeah, let's move it forward to our three-way parlay. Tony, you ready to
hmm
hear mine?
Nope. Let's hear it.
All right, my first leg, Jerry Judy, 40 plus receiving yards. That's at
hmm
minus 130. My next
Yep.
one is Devontae Adams, anytime touchdown. Jets are facing the Patriots. We all know we all know. We don't need to talk about it. But that
Yep.
Devontae Adams touchdown is plus 100. And then
hmm
the third one is the Denver Carolina under 41 and a half points, which is minus 110. That three leg parlay is totaling at plus 575.
I like that. I think that's gonna hit unless Denver just blows the doors
Yeah,
off.
the only way that happens if Denver scores 40 and Carolina gets a touchdown. But
Yeah.
I think it could very well be like a 27 or like a 30-10 game. And
Yep.
that's the under.
Oh yeah. And here's mine. Some reason Dallas, I mean they're not great, but they're +4 against the 49ers. I have Cowboys +4, minus 110. I got CD Lamb anytime touchdown. I think he's due. I hope he's due. And then I have Amon-Ra St. Brown anytime touchdown against the Titans. And let me go through the CD Lamb's +120, Cowboys +4 is minus 110, and Amon-Ra St. Brown anytime touchdown is +110.
So it's CD's plus 120.
Yes.
Wow.
Yep.
And Amon Ra's plus 110.
Yep.
That's also a little wow. I feel like Amon Ra would have been a -9. I think he's got a touchdown the last a minus 110. I feel like he scored scored a touchdown the last three games.
And the total parlay is +668.
That's really good, Tony. That's a really good parlay.
Yep, I like it too.
Dude, I can't wait for all four of these parlays to hit.
That's gonna be fun.
Yeah. So once again, bets of the week. Kyron Williams anytime touchdown minus 200. Javonte Williams anytime touchdown minus 110. Parlays. My parlay is Jerry Judy plus 40 yards. Devontae Adams plus 40 receiving yards.
Mhm.
Devontae Adams anytime touchdown. Denver Carolina under 41 and a half, which is at plus 575. And then we got Cowboys at, what was it, +4 you said?
Yep, Cowboys +4 minus 110. CD Lamb anytime touchdown, and Amon-Ra St. Brown anytime touchdown.
Sweet. And that's at plus 668.
Yep, +668. I'm placing that bet right now.
So I love to hear that. I actually might tail you on that one.
Mhm.
But let's change it up a little bit. We haven't really done this. Pull up this week's week 8 calendar, and tell me what game do you think is going to be game of the week?
All right, let me pull this up.
Because I have a
Um,
game which is kind of a dark horse game of the week, but I think it's going to be game of the week.
Oh, mine might be a little less of a dark horse. My game of the week's I think Eagles Bengals. I think that's gonna shoot out.
All right, my game of the week I think is going to be Bears Commanders.
That's actually really good. Is Jaden gonna play, or is
I
he going?
don't think so. I think it's gonna be Marcus Mariota, but I think the Commanders have a good enough offense where they'll be fine without him.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, obviously they want Jaden, but I think Mariota will be able to plug and play for one game and have a pretty good day. And if correct me if
Yeah,
I'm wrong, but didn't Mariota play a season in Chicago?
that I'm not sure of. He's been around the block with quite a few teams. I'm not sure. Hold on.
I just let's see. No, Titans, Raiders, Falcons, Eagles, Commanders. The
Yeah.
Raiders is what I kind of yeah. Um, because but yeah, that's I think that's gonna be the game of the week for me.
Mm-hmm.
That could be that could be a shootout too.
Yeah, mine's Eagles Bengals. I think.
Yeah, Eagles
Both
Bengals is either gonna go 44-40 or it's gonna be 17-13.
Yep, both teams are kind of underperforming a little. I think they'll both have something to prove, and I think it's going to be a hell of a game.
Absolutely. Um, but yeah, so that's pretty much it. Let's so seeing how we're going up against A Town Down Under with Awesome Theory and friggin' what's his face?
Grayson Waller.
Yeah, Austin Theory and Grayson Waller. We're facing both of them in fantasy football this week. Uh,
Let me.
I'm going up against Grayson Waller. You're going up against Austin Theory.
Yep.
Let's.
Oh, Morse. Oh, I see it. He's definitely Grayson Waller.
Yeah, and Miano's definitely Austin Theory.
I mean, I'm fucking Santino. I agree.
I mean, I'm Kevin Owens.
Get the Cobra.
Hey, the Cobra strikes from time to time.
It does strike. Santino. He almost. I'm Rumble runner up. Like,
He is a Royal Rumble runner-up.
he is.
He won. He was a Elimination Chamber runner-up as well.
Ooh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. All right, let's go through our matchups. I'll go through yours first, and then you can go through mine. Um, so so for starters, quarterbacks. Your opponent's got Gino. You got Kyler. I mean, my bet of the week. So you know my answer. I'm leaning Kyler on this one. And then we got wide receivers. Tyreek Hill and Devontae Adams against CeeDee Lamb and Chris Olave. Is Olave going?
I hope.
Well, we're taking it at face value. I'm leaning with your wide receivers because Tyreek's been nothing without Tua, and who knows how Tua's going to be. I think Dev's going to have a better performance this week, but I think Olave against the Chargers and CD against the Niners will have a better performance. Running backs, you have Kamara and K-Walk. He's got Jordan Mason and Dave Montgomery. This is a coin flip, but Kenneth Walker's going up against Buffalo D. And excuse me. And Jordan Mason's got Dallas. Demont's got Tennessee. I got to lean his running backs due to matchups.
That's fair.
And then we got tight ends, Evan Ingram, Travis Kelce. This actually, I think, should be considered a toss-up, but Travis Kelce is historically known to decimate the Raiders, so I think this is ever going to be a Travis Kelce week. It's this week, so I got to lean with his tight end. At the flex is Tank Dell and Keenan Allen. I'm leaning Keenan Allen on this one. And then we got kicker with with Aubrey and Butker. I'm gonna go Butker. I just think I think Aubrey will just. I mean, he's got a boot, but I think if he's gonna be kicking anything, it's just PATs. Butker might be kicking field goals.
Yeah.
And then you got Houston D against Indianapolis, and then New Orleans D against the Chargers. This is a tough one because Indy could be sneaky, and New Orleans D has been embarrassed the last few weeks. But I got to go Houston D. They're just the better D in general.
Yeah.
Projecto is 50-50, but I am leaning more towards your matchup. I have to go back and look, but I predicted Morris to beat Miano in their matchup, and I think I'm like 500 on predictions right now. So
yeah,
but
maybe pull yours up.
Yeah, mine's not that. Mine's ugly looking, but you know we gotta do it.
Last week I had my top two receiver. I had two receivers on bye, and Olave was concussed. So I played Michael Wilson and Trey Tucker. I've
I
been there.
mean,
So we don't. I don't judge. I don't judge.
I had to play Pop Douglas and Tim Patrick, and then I had
Yeah.
Debo who just didn't play. So
Mhm.
I literally didn't have wide receivers last week.
Yeah. All right. So QB, if Jaden goes, this is pending if he goes. Jaden Daniels versus Jared Goff. Honestly, I'm going Goff. I think he's the safer play.
Yeah.
Jaden Daniels is good, but I think Goff has a higher floor, so I'm going him.
All right.
So receivers, Drake London and Justin Jefferson versus Debo and Tutu Adwell. Sorry, I'm going Drake London and Justin
I'm
Jefferson.
gonna be honest. I'm not surprised.
Yeah. We got James Conner and J.K. Dobbins versus Brees Hall and Aaron Jones. I am going Brees Hall and Aaron Jones. I think Brees Hall is gonna eat the Patriots defense for lunch.
Yeah, probably.
It's like the tank big. I'm pretty sure the Jags did on the ground. I think Brees Hall will as well.
Yeah.
And then we got tight end Dalton Kincaid versus Njoku. This is a toss up. I'm leaning Kincaid because I just think Josh Allen's a much better QB than Jameis. So I'm leaning towards Kincaid. And then we got Pop Douglas versus DK Metcalf. I'm gonna lean DK Metcalf on this one. Because Patriots offense, eh. Kickers, Evan McPherson versus Austin Seibert. McPherson is a higher projecto, but Seibert's been way better. So I'm going to lead Seibert.
Okay.
And then we got Kansas City D versus San Francisco D. The Chiefs D is playing the Raiders. It's like Brady versus Buffalo. I'm going the Chiefs D.
Yeah. No, fair enough.
Yep. That's where I'm leaning.
Yeah, I mean, the projectile is 62 to 38. It's going to take a lot. I'm going to have a lot of guys overperform for me to have a shot. I've just, losing Nico and Rashid just killed my team.
When's Nico coming back?
He got put on IR, so let me see when he went on IR. Week 5 was the last time he played. So he's 2 down, 2 to go at least. So he might be back for week 10 against Detroit.
That'd be good. Hopefully he comes back for you.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just honestly at this point, because if Nico comes back, I got Debo and Nico at wide receiver. I can figure out flex. You know what I mean? So it's just like, I just hope he comes back. He's like, I hope I make playoffs, and I hope he's healthy for a playoff run, because that's pretty much what I'm looking at right now. It was a 3 to 4 week recovery time for Nico Collins. He got put on IR, so it's guaranteed 4 weeks out. So we will see what happens there. But yeah, I mean, losing, it's tough. It's like, since Rashid and Nico went down and back to back weeks, was it?
I'm pretty sure it was, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm on a historic run. Week 1, I lose Njoku early in the game. Week 2, I think, was healthy. Let me just go back, because this is a historic run of injuries I'm having. So yeah, week 1, Njoku got hurt. He had 6.4, but he got hurt in that game, and he missed 3 weeks. Week 2 was fine, no injuries. Week 3, week 3 I was healthy as well. Week 4, I lose Rashee Rice for the season. Week 5, I lost Aaron Jones early and Nico Collins early. Thankfully, Nico Collins had 2 catches. and he scored a touchdown on a huge catch, but he hurt his hammy.
Yeah.
So I lose those two guys early. The next week, I lose Dallas Goedert and Jerome Ford early.
Mm-hmm.
And Jeremy McNichols, Mr. Buzzy Boy, doesn't exist. Week 7, which was this past week, I essentially lose, but not really. But I essentially lose Pop Douglas and Debo to quote unquote illness.
Yeah.
But like, you know what I mean? It's just like 4 straight weeks. I'm 2-2 in these 4 weeks of these strings of injuries for my team. So I'm very fortunate. Don't get me wrong. I will complain and I'll be frustrated. What fantasy owner won't complain and be frustrated when they lose 2 people in their starting lineup?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So, but yeah, it's been an interesting string of weeks, but I am excited for this week. There's actually, we're full send this week, so I'm excited. I already want to watch football, but I gotta wait another 23 hours.
Yeah.
So,
what's the Thursday game?
It's Minnesota at Los Angeles Rams.
Minnesota's gonna rout them. What do you think of the Stafford rumors? Do you think those are a real thing, or do you think it's nonsense? I think it's nonsense.
What are the rumors?
The Vikings are gonna trade for Stafford.
Yeah, I don't see that happening.
I think it's nonsense too.
Yeah,
I think it's just.
I don't think it's happening because Sam Darnold's doing good enough.
Cup might get traded. I could see that.
Yeah, I could see Cooper Kupp getting traded, but
I don't think.
Yeah,
I don't think they're going to trade Stafford.
Yeah, because let's be real. Stafford might retire at the end of this year.
How old is he?
He's up there. 36.
36. Yeah, he could. He's been hurt quite a bit too.
Yeah. So. Like we could lose Aaron Rodgers, Kirk Cousins, and Matt Stafford after the season.
No, Kirk has a 4-year contract. He's gonna.
That's
$180 million's a lot of money. He's gonna try to play.
That's true. Yeah, he'll play at least this season and next.
Yeah, he's gonna try to get Atlanta to force him out.
Yeah, kind of like a Matt Ryan thing.
Oh yeah, he's gonna take the money.
Yeah, but all right. Well, I think that's where we cut it off. I think we're at a good spot right here. I've had a great time chatting football with you, Tony.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
And I'm excited to win some money in our parlays.
Oh yeah, I put a lot on mine.
Oh boy, betting the mortgage.
Nah, just $10, but that's a good chunk.
That is a good bet. But all right, dude. Well, as usual, thank you so much for hopping on and doing the cast as usual.
No problem.
I am looking forward to. Wait, you gonna be around for football this weekend?
My old college buddy has a bachelor party. I should be there for the 4 o'clock.
Oh, nice. Because I know we missed you this past week.
Yep. I was preparing for a interview. That's why.
Oh, nice. Congrats, dude.
Yeah, it's a 3-step interview. I think I definitely did well enough on the first one.
Well, that's good. Yeah, as long as if you're getting interviews, that's great.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll see you again on the cast next week. I got you there, and then a couple weeks off again, and then I'll see you week 13.
Sounds great.
Awesome, dude. I will talk to you soon.
All right, take it easy.
Later, dude. Bye.
Later.
Alrighty, folks. So that is it. I hope you guys all enjoyed it. Please don't hesitate. Like and subscribe. Ask your questions in the live chat when we're here or down in the messages as well after the live stream is over. But hey, have a good night, everyone. Enjoy football this week, and I will see you all next Wednesday.